Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. This is your Taurus reading for the week of September 24th, 2020. So let's take a look and see what's going on energetically for you guys. Having a newbie on my ID. All right. Take a look and see what's going on for you energy-wise, Taurus. Ooh, the moon card. So are you mapping, making some plans? You've got some big decisions on the rise coming up right here. We have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords means new beginnings, and it also means that you're having some decisions that have to be made regarding your future. And why I say this, though, is you have the moon card, okay? So the moon card right here is all about mapping, and like you always hear me say, when this particular card in this deck comes up, it says that there is, like, this is the moon is where she's come from. These two pillars of wisdom and knowledge are where she finds herself, and the little crab in the front is all about fear, taking the next step. But it's like this necessary journey and starting to plan and map and see what's next. And I say that there's some big decisions and new changes on the rise. New beginnings is the Ace of Swords. We have the Two of Cups, which is perfect balance. We also have the World card, which is the world. It's all the things, okay? So it's like abundance, it's happiness, it's joy, it's bringing the four pillars of your life together. And then we also have the Ace of Cups. I was going to say Capricorn for the win until I did a Taurus reading, but there you go. You've got Ace of Cups, which is fulfillment, and also new beginnings in love. New beginnings, I mean, in joy, really. It doesn't have to do with specifically just the aspect of romantic love, but this is love in abundance. This is family coming into alignment, your relationships and friendships coming into alignment, just feeling really good. New beginnings there, looking pretty beautiful. I think I'm going to title it New Beginnings. Let's see how this else plays out. I will say for you, Taurus, that you're going to be coming out of a state of isolation. You've been super stressed and tense over what you're going to do with your money. Things are getting a little bit easier for you with this next little phase that you have going on, because we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, this is like breaking away, things getting easier, the lightning strike and the sky parting. We have the Hermit card, which is isolation. So maybe you feeling a little locked in and isolated has started to create a little frustration for you, because we have the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is literally judgment. It's the good and the bad about judgment, but it adds a layer of, what's the word? It adds a layer of pressure and tension to the idea of deadlines, or maybe just literally pressure. You can tell the difference when something is stressful and tense versus pressure, because pressure demands action, right? We also have the Five of Coins, which, so look at this, three-headed dragon and an anvil. Like, you're literally gonna get smacked here if you don't start getting things in alignment. I always like to say that these are like Final Destination. When the universe speaks to you and you don't listen, it will hit you with a hammer. Think the bus scene where the guy's talking shit and just blah, blah, blahing, and he steps off the sidewalk and there comes the bus. Do you want to be the guy in front of the bus? Because this is what's going to happen if you don't listen spiritually, right? And the universe knocks, whispers, then knocks, then shoves, then pushes, then come on, man. Then that's when you get your tower moments and your chaos and your aha and dark night of the soul. And we can choose to learn these lessons the easy way, or we can choose the rough road. And some of us decided a long time ago that we couldn't learn without struggle. So I'm hearing that Taurus has this overcommitment feeling, this feeling that they're locked in somewhere and they can't make any moves, can't go left, can't go right, can't go forward, can't go back. Because if you see all these swords right here, they're just totally, it's overcommitment. All the things you say yes to, it's all the things that you are committed to and obligated to, and you're just feeling that structure right now. We do have the Nine of Swords, and that's our ghost. It's like feeling as if your voice isn't being heard. It's the whole, ghost in your own home, feeling ineffective. So maybe you're in a position now. Kerwin Ray, one of my favorite speakers and coaches, public speakers, he talks about disgust being an incredible motivator. The moment you're disgusted with your weight, the moment you're disgusted with your relationship or your income or the place that you live or the society you're in, you start to build and make a change, because that frustration starts to bleed out into our actions because we just can't tolerate it anymore, which I agree is an incredible motivator. I would rather be motivated by success and excitement. And I'm kind of tired of that whole disgust thing. So I'm going to start building and creating instead of playing with that. But it was the perfect lesson for me. And I will tell you that I wouldn't trade a single one of my chaos moments. To this day, I would go back and relive any one of them to have what I do now. So We also have the fate card. So here's what I want to say about the fate card for you is fate talks about timing, okay? Yes, it's widely known that this has to do with destiny, right? Everybody always talks about their soulmates, always talks about like, the fate card and those types of things, right? But the Wheel of Fortune also talks about seasons changing. So when we have a season change like we do now, we have the solstice, and what does it teach us, right? So each phase has a different lesson of learning. So right now, Taurus is going through this phase where this individual is transforming from one phase into another, and it's time. It's like overdue time. Take the cake out of the oven, okay? I was going to make a joke from Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence in Life. I wanted that pie so bad. But anyways, it's time to move on. It's time to change. It's time to shift, or it's high time to do the thing. Like, that's all I got to say about that one is it's time. So you have the Queen of Cups. You might be finding yourself to be a little bit emotional, and in result to that, you do see the Knight of Wands, which is maybe acting a little bit impulsively in some ways, okay? So when you're acting impulsively, it's coming out of this emotional state. I will tell you, though, that whatever you have your eye on in the designs, that victory is coming for you. Like, you definitely have some winning to do. If you look at the Six of Wands, it has a diamond at the bottom. And what does it take to get a diamond? What's it take to become a diamond? So attaining the diamond here are all these steps and these pillars that are happening that tell us that the goals and the things that you've lined up are going to get you this beautiful shining item, like whatever that may be. So I mean, if this is the high number 10 relationship, or if this is the job that you want, or perhaps this is moving, or finding another community, or maybe it's I don't know, this is the diamond. So I want you to pay attention to this, where you can see that is the final card to your reading, which says that amongst all of this chaos, you have the reward at the other end. And I want you to focus on that mostly. Tension beyond belief and this overcommitment. You got to do something about the overcommitment, because that's completely your fault. My fault. I say yes when I want to say no. I say no out of fear. I commit to things. And I'm one of those people that honor my commitment. And so I'm afraid to say yes nowadays, because I just don't want to dive into something that I can't do well, right? I mean, saying yes, sometimes we do because we're obligated or we love someone, but then we're truly not serving them if we can't give them the 100% that they need. So saying yes and saying no, practicing with understanding yourself on that one is huge. So let's take a look and see what our moon reading is for Taurus. And this is your Taurus moon reading. Book your one-on-one, karmaondeck.com. I do have some exciting news for you guys regarding the tarot classes. I'll be recording them, and here's why. We couldn't get anybody to finish because they got changes in employment, changes in scheduling. So I'm going to be recording these sessions. And if anybody wants to get a hold of them, I'm going to launch them as a 6-week series. But if you want to get a hold of them now as I'm making them, let me know. So you just sign up on the Tarot 101 class, and I will get you the series. I'll be doing that today. All right, here we go for Taurus. Six of Cups. By the way, you can see picture in picture, so you can see all the cards in play on my YouTube, Karma on Deck. Six of Cups. So here's the thing that's going on in Taurus, and what you're thinking about, and what you're feeling, and where your moods are. You're seeing Six of Cups, which is family. Nostalgia is a big part of a Taurus's life right now, and there's this Two of Pentacles, which talks about being undecided. So she's standing at she's standing on the cliffs, and she's waiting for these two ships, okay? And she can't decide between these two ships which direction it is she wants to go. We again have the Ace of Cups for you. So new beginnings in love, and also a full heart. We have the Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles. So this is Taurus thinking about their money a little bit, but you're thinking about the drama more. You're also thinking about, what things that affect it. Stubbornness and arrogance, being in control, and moods are another one that's coming up for you right now. I don't know if that's typical or atypical, but right now you have the Emperor, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Cups. And this combination says that Taurus might be a little bit controlling right now. Taurus also can be feeling a little stubborn right now. And we have the Queen of Cups, which is, it's all coming from this emotional unrest. I do see the Chariot card, which might be some travel. You might have some celebration coming up this weekend to enjoy. I do see that Taurus is being very clear on setting some boundaries right now with love, relationships, and chakra energy. And what I mean by that is we have the Eight of Cups. Some things aren't like you would want them to be, so you're doing everything you can to design those relationships and environments so that they feel a little bit more like a celebration. You have the Star card, which is all about alignment and thinking. Oh, it's another major for you. And I think you're a little bit overwhelmed with some of these emotions because two things are happening. You're either going to cut bait and run, or you're going to cut people off, or you're going to do the emotional explosion and try to control things, because this is just what I'm seeing here. This isn't a typical Taurus behavior type thing. It's just this mood that we have right now. Taurus wants to get out of town. I can tell you we got the Chariot card and wanting to walk away. But for you, Taurus, I see the Three of Cups, which is celebration. Sometimes this means chemistry. So if you're thinking and feeling about a lover or a past lover, I do see that you're a little overwhelmed. Now, this could be just you obsessing about a certain situation or wondering about a certain situation and feeling a little overwhelmed, because this is window shopping where she's feeling like there's too many things to choose from. Now, this could be that you've got too much going on and not sure you can choose a relationship, or it might be you have too many options in a relationship, or it might be just overwhelmed in general from all the things that you want to do for yourself right now. But I do see this desire to walk away. And I also see this desire for happiness. Like, how do we be happy with what's in front of us right now? Because it's not quite the way it used to be, and you desperately want that change. And if you can't have it the way it used to be, I see that you want to change it, make it better. Let me look at this really quick and see if there's anything I missed. The Emperor here could be a play for one or two different energies. So with the Emperor and the Hierophant, I would hazard to say that I think Taurus has got their neck up a little bit and worried about letting someone else have control. We do have the Emperor here, and that is our guy that is controlling. So it might be an idea in your little head that you have to start taking that leadership for yourself, okay? Let's pull a card for you from the Divination of the Ancients. I was thinking of you, Gary, this morning, interestingly. Hello. Let's pull a card from Divination of the Ancients and wrap these things up. Out with me on my YouTube, guys. Your final answer. Illumination. So how much more information does Taurus need right now to pull the trigger? Because with the candle and illumination, it says that some things are about to be revealed to you, and I want you to trust yourself and start looking at the signs. But there is some information that's coming your way that you can trust. So I want you to pay attention to what shows up and how, especially when you begin to meditate and when you begin to make some changes and make some demands and boundaries. You will begin to see who shows up in that energy. So if you're making changes, pay attention to the cycle of people that come in. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll be flipping right back on here for one bestie's Taurus and the other's Gemini. So let me jump up here for Gemini right after this. Love and light, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me.